everything that you need to know about how I trade in 10 minutes. Let's get it. I wasn't going to make a video today, but the market presented the perfect opportunity to show you guys everything that I use in trading. Please watch the Revert-to-Mean video I posted yesterday because this is a continuation of that. Yesterday we had a long example. Today we have a short example. The basis of that strategy is that we're looking for the Asia session and its placement relative to the London session. If Asia is below London, we're going to be looking for shorts. If Asia is above London, as it was yesterday, we are looking for longs. You see here today, it played out again perfectly, where yesterday allowed us to long here at the 10 a.m. trade entry, and here today we have a short again at 10 a.m. The point of this video is not to show you exactly everything that we did yesterday, but to emphasize the revert to mean strategy. Here we have the New York midnight open, and we're talking about shorting or longing back into that as a revert to mean strategy. But the things that I'm here to show you are the other things that I use when trading. We use market structure, time, 1 hour fair value gaps, and we use 4 hour untapped lows. So let's start from the top. We wake up and we are going to be looking for 4 hour untapped lows. Mark those out as potential targets. Showing these right here and right here, suggesting preliminarily that we're going to be going short. If we drop down then to the 1 hour, we would see that we do indeed have the Asia session below the London session, emphasizing our desire to go short. And to get into some of the intricacies of how this played out, if we get in on a little bit of replay action, you will be able to see that we had a 1 hour fair value gap leading into market open. The 1 hour fair value gaps are very good for showing which direction initially the market wants to head. So despite our arguments that we want to go short, we have a 1 hour fair value gap suggesting that there is more upside that needs to happen. We drop down to the 15-minute, which is about as low as I need to go for most of my strategies. You'll see we respected the 1 hour fair value gap, but more importantly is that we had bullish market structure continuing through Asia, through London. We keep creating higher highs with protected lows, so the market doesn't yet look ready to turn around. We have a 1 hour fair value gap suggesting that we're going higher. We have 15-minute bullish market structure. And if we play this through, you'll see that the 15-minute market structure, bullish market structure, is respected. If you were to drop down to the 5-minute, you'll see that the market structure was not respected. So you can get good at identifying these manipulations, but generally speaking is that the 15-minute market structure holds. It was bullish, bullish, remained bullish. So if you wanted to, you could have gotten into a long here. That being said, is the overall targets were to the downside for us. So if your targets are down here, longing, you can get yourself in trouble that way. So here we have it. We're at about 10 a.m. Our targets are down here, and this would be the time, generally speaking, that I'm going to start to think about shorting. A lot of people will wait for confirmations. That being said, is you aren't necessarily always going to get them. I like to see a failed close, a sweep of a previous candle. You see the same sweep here. Here's some preliminary information that we might not be continuing higher. So whether it was ES or NQ, I think that if you were waiting for confirmation, they were both a little bit more challenging to find that on. But what we use in this strategy is time. So if our targets are to the downside and it's a good setup with targets, with valid targets to the downside. And here we are, we're still in that 10 a.m. manipulation reversal time. I go ahead and start entering these trades. It took a little bit longer today than yesterday, but when it went, it really went. And you can see that we dropped down and we smashed all of our targets: London session low, Asia session low, and our New York midnight open. So there you go. We smashed all the targets to the downside. There you go, another great example of the Asia session and its relative placement to London session, giving us a direction for our untapped candle lows, giving us additional targets, and our 10 a.m. market reversal. I hope that this helps. Till next time.